I don't know why it slows down on the load save file screen there, but it just does. Because that's emulation for you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima, and I'm here checking out TimeSplitters Future Perfect. Why I picked this one over TimeSplitters 1 and 2? It's just the one I liked the most after about an hour's worth of play. So, that's as good a reason as any, in my personal opinion. Already did Perfect Dark very early on this week. Last week? I have no sense of time. Either way, I figured it'd be the natural place to continue to after having played Perfect Dark, because, well, I've never actually given this series a real proper shot before, so why the hell not? I have dipped into them a couple of times, mainly through just, picking them up once or twice because I was bored and dropping in for a couple of rounds on the arcade mode, but other than that, it's mainly just been like random glances across the pond, but now we're here to check it out. So, for those of you who don't know the story, some of the people who made the original GoldenEye split off from Rare and ended up in their own studio, Free Radical, and they basically made their own series of first-person shooters, which are a lot like GoldenEye, and Future Perfect is a lot like Perfect Dark, which is probably the reason why I like it better than the other two. What happened to it? EA happened to it. I don't even have to say anymore. It doesn't matter what they did. They could have been absolutely perfect, and just nothing could have saved them from that sort of fate. So, we've got a few options here. It's all the basic stuff. We've also got cheats that you unlock as you play through the game's features. They're neat. You don't get anything like invincibility or anything like that I know of, which is a little disappointing, but still, like, having human gun sounds as a cheat option is amusing to me. So we have some options here. Fair few of them, actually. It's quite advanced for a first-person shooter from the PlayStation 2 era. This is the GameCube version, by the way, that I'm emulating, because none of the other emulators would be able to do a game like this justice, and this can also hold 1440p without breaking a sweat most of the time. So, yeah, you got all your basic controls there, but you can actually customize all of them except the stuff that's on the D-pad, which is a really nice touch. I haven't bothered with it, but it's nice that it's there. You've also got the ability to make your crosshair on and move or on and fixed, and moving lets you do things like slight flicks in order to hit someone who's just a little bit off center, and I really like that. I'm amazed that hasn't shown up in other first-person shooters, but then again, since aim down sights was invented, you don't really need to worry too much about that, do ya? Inverse look, auto-aim, auto-look ahead. Remember when that was an option? Aim mode, crouch, weapon change, rumble, and turn speed. All pretty basic stuff. Nothing too out of the ordinary. You do also have the ability to see how you're doing, and I've been playing this for about 5 hours, which is a surprisingly large amount. Animal cruelty, 254. And you can also see your best times on all of the missions. Some of them were kicking my ass. Screw Mansion of Madness. That level is horrible. That level is absolutely terrible. You also get arcade awards, which are a lot like the Perfect Dark ones, where if you do specific things in the game, it'll tell you about it. And you can also view the gallery, but the gallery isn't what you think. It's actually the character select. And there are tons of characters that you can unlock. Some of them are even different in their stats, like they move faster or they can take more hits, which is interesting. You unlock them via just playing through the game. You do challenges, and you play through the story levels and all that, and once you have done everything, you'll have the entire roster unlocked, which is very interesting. It also gives you that little bit of a thing that Halo had going on, at least Halo 3 anyway, where you unlocked like individual armor pieces, and you could use them as like a sort of, look at me, I'm a big dude, I did shit. In the online multiplayer for TimeSplitters, which is not in this version at all, because it's the GameCube version, and the LAN adapter was used to hack the GameCube to high heavens, so they basically just pretended it didn't exist after that. So you can only play this in split screen, but, well, the servers would be dead anyway, so it's not like it matters. So let's go. We have some story missions. There's about 15 of them. I'm about halfway through. Might as well just pop into one. Eugenius Eugenics. It's a pun. I've been playing on hard mostly because All the others are just pretty simple. I have the ability to speed up load screen times, but whoa, it just was really quick there.
Oh.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Now, I'm not going to claim to know anything about TimeSplitters, as in, like, who the characters are, what they're doing. Future Perfect is actually kind of like, it gives you all the information you need. Aliens have been attacking the Earth. You need these things called the Time Crystals to stop them, and they've been stolen by some kind of madman. That's pretty much all you need to know about the game's plot and the main character, Cortez, who you are controlling in order to actually, you know, save the world and all that. What I appreciate about all those cutscenes, though, and like pretty much all of them, whenever the game goes into just like a mode where the characters are just like standing around talking to each other, they always have this tiny little pinch of awkwardness to them. Like, Cortez is just a weird mofo. He meets up with weird mofos, and they do not react with each other very well at all. It's always funny. It's not laugh out loud funny, but it's always like, you know, enjoyable. Enjoyable, awkward silliness that I actually really appreciate. So yeah, the game's a first-person shooter. And it's got a lot of cool things going for it. Like, for example, we're currently in the future, except it's like 2052, so it's only a tiny little bit into the future. And we're going around shooting robots. Because yes, 2 missions ago I was in the basement of a mansion shooting zombies and ghosts. Because the one thing this game's got going for it is ridiculous amounts of variety. At least in the story mode. Because the entire plot basically exists as a reason for you to be jumping backwards and forwards through time. So you basically get to visit a ton of like individual areas. Like you get to visit an island just after World War I. You get to visit again a sort of like near future high security office that you need to try and raid. Man, I'm not doing too well with the ammunition, am I? Hang on. We also have a claw that can throw things at people telepathically, but it looks like it doesn't matter. Ammo, please. Thank you. And in every single mission you get, well, not every single mission, the two that take place in the basement of the mansion all have roughly the same weaponry. They have a couple of different guns, but for the most part, it's like...
Yesterday, I injected this guy, and his eyes glowed yellow and all the lights went out. When they came back on, he was dead.
Weird. You sure all this stuff is safe? I heard rumors about things happening in other labs.
Not expressing doubts about the project, are we?
No, of course not. My loyalty to the Brotherhood is absolute.
Yes, you can stand here and listen to them talk if you like. There's a few conversations like that. They're usually pretty good. But as I was saying...
You found a pass card? Well, open up the room. Let's take a look.
Shit, which door is it? Yeah, as I was saying, they constantly give you, like, new guns and new enemies to play with. Which is all sorts of fun. Now it's giving us an injector. She says that now, but it'll be useful in the future. It almost always is.
Nice disguise. You should be able to pass for one of them, but I'm gonna have to sneak along behind you. Remember, your name is Gordon. Now lead on, Doctor.
Dr. Gordon. Interesting. Okay, not that way. That way's back to the showers. And not that way, so I guess we're going back the way we came. Nope, I just went I went the direction we already were, because I have no sense of direction. Fantastic. I guess we're going this way. Yep, we're back here. Now, I assume we're going through this door. There we go. And a checkpoint. Which is good, because we need them quite often.
I'll be spotted immediately if
You'll
I
have to
go
deal
in
with the
there.
guards and
You'll have to
disable
deal
the
with guards
security.
and disable the security. for me.
Awesome.
You better not try and ditch me.
We have... They kind of look human.
What are you doing? Well, that's one way of doing it, I suppose. I need you to turn off the detector. I don't have an ID card.
Oh hey, a dispersion gun. This isn't a new weapon, but it's still useful, so I'll let them have it. No, I guess I have to take this out another way. I guess I go up here in the computer. There we go. Oh, I could have killed them that way, huh? That's kind of neat. Only people who won't be missed accept it. Oh, that's rude. Nothing in the trash can. Sterilize first, ask question later. Okay. Does the gun continue to shoot? No? Okay.
An unexpected event has occurred in Lab 3, commencing...
Oh god, time grenades. But yeah, they're always giving you something new to do, which is the best part. Always something interesting.
We need to get through this door.
The only downside seems to be that the levels are almost extremely linear. They have an absolute ton of just, like... They have an absolute ton of, like, enemies to shoot, sure.
I'm not sure if we're allowing anyone into the sterile area at the moment. You'll have
Alright,
to
we'll
check
check with Dr.
Dr.
Fergal.
She's down the other
But yeah, the levels are very linear. There's not much in the way of exploration or
Hello, Doctor. Forgive me, we have so many new faces.
just
and-
general
I'm
variety in your
afraid
approaches.
I'm
Like,
not
sometimes you
at the
can,
moment, a small
like,
situation
go
has developed
guns
which I
blazing.
can
Sometimes you can
control
do
soon.
stealth,
Perhaps
like
you'd
we
like
saw
to
back there
discuss
with the
techniques
turret
for
room.
negating gangrenous and attenuating nephrotic degradation while we wait.
Just run, Cortez. Just run.
Just run, Cortez, just run.
That's them!
They discovered our presence.
Oh, lovely. Yay, we got a big ass gun now. Oh, that's the exit, right. You can shoot your teammates. Thankfully, the AI for the teammates in this game isn't actually... Like, I don't think you can actually kill them. I've been playing, like, all this time on hard, and I've always been quicker to die than the AI has been, so... That's good, especially since they have this annoying tendency to walk right in front of your line of
This should be
fire.
no problem to hack. You go first, and I'll follow after you.
Yep, also the emulation is going to slow to a crawl here because Steam effects. That's just what happens. Looks good when you play it in 1440p, but, like, most graphics cards hate these effects. These systems were always impressive for what they could pull off. Oh, I was able to just walk right through. Why did I expect anything less?
Shower. Don't sterilize. We should be able to get past that sensor now. Come on.
Also, the subtitles are wrong most of the time. They usually miss words or spell words wrong. It's a little weird. Just a little bit.
Sterilization levels acceptable. You may proceed.
To all R&D employees in sectors 5 through 9, please back
There's
up
nothing wrong
and
with the actual English, like,
and
on
work to
display.
return to the living quarters.
Hey,
It's just... It's just bizarre how often they, get the English how often they get it wrong in like the spelling, or they just miss a couple of words because someone decided to be a little bit interesting with the script or what have you. It's odd. It's fine, but it's odd. Maybe that's why they had the subtitles turned off by default, because they were embarrassed. The controls are really simple to get your head around, especially since you don't really have to aim down sight much. I mean, you can do it if you want a little bit more precise aim, but unless you're using a thing like a sniper rifle, it's not really necessary. The rest are pretty self-explanatory. You just got... And considering that your auto-aim is actually really good, like... Honestly, the auto-aim in this game is really useful. Especially when you need to make, like, quick snapshots or something like that. Or you just need to do, like, a little strafe like that, but you have to rely on, like, unreliable analog sticks. It does a pretty good job. Only downside is when you're sniping, there's no auto aim there whatsoever, and that can come back to bite you in the ass, but...
Oh, thank God! You've got
Mutants have broken out! Really now? And whose fault is that?
Kill them if delivered via dart gun.
Oh, we have to use the dart gun. Perfect.
Take the serum. Please destroy the mutants. I'm gonna find somewhere to hide.
Some guns also do have, like, secondary modes. So, for example, the pistol here, you can make it, like, silenced with a scope, or you can not. The more interesting one is, like, this thing that lets you pick up items and throw them at enemies. That's useful, but if you also press the up button on it, it turns into a mini-map. That amuses me, and I don't know why. Unfortunately, there aren't many weapons with secondary modes here.
Dangerous creatures. Crows on top form again.
Checkpoint. Oh dear.
Keep firing!
Time grenade? Time grenade. Here's what time grenades do. They make us super fast. At least for a little bit, anyway. Not particularly useful unless you're in a situation like this, where you need to kill, like, 3 dudes really quickly. There are multiple different kinds of grenades as well. And they're useful. Nothing particularly wrong with them. It's a shame the time grenades aren't in the arcade, but hey, what are you gonna do? Oh, there you are. Just spray back and forth, you'll hit his head eventually.
This is gonna take a few minutes. You go on. I'll catch
And yeah,
up.
it looks good. Like, I mean, it's obviously getting a bit of a leg up because I'm playing it in 1440p.
Bones, this one's yours.
These must be the mutants.
Alright, I'll use the injector. Holy shit! Time for the disruption gun. Shotguns in this game kind of suck because the auto-aim works against them.
Well, I'm getting out of here. Hey, it's him! Ah! You like that, huh? You want some more? Oh, you want some too, huh? Yeah, come on!
How does it taste?
Why do they explode? Like, I get the instant death from the tranquilizer. That kind of makes sense. But why do they explode? Oh, who am I kidding? It's TimeSplitters. Of course they explode. That's the one thing about this game. It never fails to be silly. And judging by the content outside of the campaign, well, you'll see that once we're done here. Admittedly, the story is kind of the lessest. I don't want to call it the worst part because it's still enjoyable. It's a fun action romp through different time periods. But it is definitely the weakest part of the game. Just due to the limitations of it. You only get 6 weapons per level. You have multiple different things. Wrong gun. You only get 6 weapons per level. You only get... Boom.
We're surrounded.
6 weapons per level. You only get them for the 1 level and then that's it. Sometimes you get to carry some over between levels, but even then you still have to go pick them up. It's a little weird. No, this door is locked. My health is incredibly low. I need to find some. As I said before, though, this is a very linear game, so unless they have the... Man, they're still damaging me even when I'm not touching them. It's frustrating. Nope, I can't get in there to get the ammo, and that would be useful.
Remain calm. The situation is under control.
The Brotherhood of Ultra Science.
Good. Sounds like Crow's still here.
Yeah, you really need to be close for this thing to be effective. Let's go with something a little more effective at range. Yeah, if I take so much in one hit, I die. And unfortunately, you don't, like, regenerate health at checkpoints, so if you go into a checkpoint with 1 health, you will probably die. Some of these are destructible, but it's kind of hard to know which. And, like, very rarely they have, like, items in them. Which is why I'm hoping for, like, body armor or something. I won't get that lucky, though, will I? No, I don't think I will. Oh, hello. Didn't even see your head there. Good thing I did, too. He probably would have killed me as soon as I went down there. Is there even anything down here? Why do I get the feeling opening this master lock would be a bad idea? Whoa, hello. See what I mean? You just kind of get splattered.
Well, I'm getting out of here. Hey, it's him.
There we go. Thankfully, I wasn't too far away from where I was, but
Oh, you want some too, huh? Yeah, come on.
still not the best situation to be in, I gotta say.
How does it taste for you?
Let's go back up and get my trank darts. You'll often find, well, not often, but sometimes you'll find yourself in situations like this where it'll just be like, you'll be stuck at a checkpoint because you've got very little health left, and you'll need to get through an area, and you'll basically just need to play it over and over again until you get it perfect, because the game's kind of a dick like that. Yeah, they just die regularly too. Really no reason to swap to the trank darts unless I'm overloaded specifically by those bastards. I do also have my time grenades, but well, we'll try and save them. You can also interrupt your reloads to just fire away, which is a nice touch. TimeSplitters 2 actually did the GoldenEye thing where your weapon just disappears below the screen while it's reloading, but then in this game they improved it the same way they did in Perfect Dark, which is again, it's another interesting comparison. They do that in a few ways in this game. Let's just throw a time grenade to make this easier on myself. Back to the dispersion gun. No, this guy's not down here, so I wonder... Can I just... Yay! There was actually body armor there. Why did I not just release it immediately? That's kind of frustrating. And look, health! That kind of sucks. Gotta say though, the variety on the weapons is really good, and it gets better as the game goes along because, well, since you're always getting new weapons on every couple of levels, It always makes it more engaging to go to a new time period because you never know what's going to come next. Yay, it actually killed him too. That's a good benefit to me.
Backup! We need backup! All hostile specimens must be terminated before access to Lab 9 is granted.
All hostile specimens must be terminated. Okay.
Smith, you got my back? Smith, who's got my back?
Cortez, the area is locked down. You won't be able to get any further without killing all the mutants.
Well, that worked, but yeah, she's still alive.
This isn't science they were doing
Anything here that might be useful to me? Just having a quick look around. No, I doubt it. Let's move on. Okay, yeah, dispersal gun's super ineffective against these dudes. Whoa! Why did he explode? There's my trank pistol. Thankfully, full health. Are you kidding? I touched the damn thing. Give me a break. And now I'm back here. Ah, that's frustrating. And now here comes the thing that always happens in this game when I start failing over and over again. I just fail to be able to make it past, like, a very specific set of points. I just bang my head against the wall constantly because it just seems like the game does not want to give me any sort of relief whatsoever.
Game over, man.
Alright, let's get back to where we were. How frustrating is it to just wander into a health pickup, have it not actually work, and then immediately die?
Why do creatures with incredible strength...
That happens sometimes. There's an annoying bunch of pickups in this game that you have to crouch to get. It's weird. And look, there's a checkpoint literally right here.
Welcome to the Eugenics Core Facility. Dual key security system is now active. Please identify yourself.
Pretty fancy.
Here's another one of the neat little quirks of the Future Perfect story mode. In every level, there is a strange little segment where you hop into a wormhole and you get a second you.
I'll deal with the rail guns. Damn, screen locked. Don't sweat it. Password's banana.
Concentrate on hacking this terminal.
Oh my god, are you serious? God, I hate these things.
Don't worry, next time you get to do the fighting.
Cortez, this security system is based on a dual key algorithm. Each terminal must be simultaneously decrypted in order to proceed. Cortez, do you realize what that means?
Keep it going. I'll take the other.
Never mind, there's a third one now.
Warning. Maximum permitted room occupancy exceeded. Alarm state failure.
And a fourth. This can only go poorly. I just hope they don't make me play this room like 4 fucking times. Oh, Jesus. What is this shit? What is this shit?
Your other cells can handle the defenses.
I know it sucks. I had to do it twice too. Me too. And me.
Hurry up with the hacking. Cortez, I think it's time for you to go.
Yeah, just waiting for the door to open. Then I'm out of here.
No, Cortez, the wormhole! Where do you think all these other yous came from?
Just kidding, I know. Had you worried, though. Pretty fancy. Grab that terminal and hack the access code. I'll deal with the rail guns. Damn, screen locked. Don't sweat it. Password's banana.
Yes, he legitimately just like... It's dumb. He just created a stable time loop by himself. No, you don't know where the password comes from. You just know it. Because sure. That happens all the time. They do not expect you to ask even the remotest of a question about it. It's fun. It's dumb, but it's fun.
Warning. Maximum permitted room occupancy exceeded.
I'm just hoping they don't make me play this section more than twice. Time grenades, screw it. Now you can see why they gave me that full health and armor. Trying to get through this on minimum health and armor would be absolutely stupid.
Cortez, time to go.
Pretty fancy. Keep it going. I'll take the other terminal. Time for a little keyboard magic.
At least they gave me the common decency to speed it up.
Password's lollipop. Sweet. Bring it on.
And now I get to do this nonsense. Fantastic. He said, lying through his fucking teeth.
One wrong move and we're all paradox. Come on, hurry up and hack those terminals.
Well, that could have gone a lot worse.
Cortez, time to go.
Password's lollipop. Sweet. Bring it on.
Do I have anything better for this? I don't think I do. Just need to fill in full of lead. First I'll screw these turrets. Nope, no time grenades. Nope, fired too early and had to reload the magazine again. The animation's been so long.
Having fun?
What a cool bunch of guys.
You did it! Great job. I can't believe there wasn't a simpler way.
Can't believe there wasn't a simpler way through. Oh, and let me guess.
Come on.
Oh, how did you get through? Dumb questions, dumb questions. Oh look, boss fight. I don't even need to, like, say that that's a maybe. This is absolutely a boss fight arena.
Come on, I want to nail this guy.
Jesus. Thank you, Auto Lane. Did it again. Was that it? That was it! That was the entire level! What the shit? Man, you should have just ended it with that door. Come on. Alright, we'll just skip the cutscene, skip the load time, and I'm just curious, what's the time period that it puts us in now? 2243, the Machine Wars. Also, robots. Also, this gun can like rebound off That's kind of neat. But yeah, look. This gun can rebound. But anyway, that's one story level out of like 14. That gets silly. Speed up the load time again. The music will sound a little bit weird after I do that, but it's not a big deal. So that was the story mode. Now, we do also have the infamous arcade mode. By infamous, I mean famous, because it's actually pretty good. But for purpose of being thorough, we're going to have a look around at everything else first. And there's a few different kinds of challenges that we can do. I've been playing a few of them. And these give you just little unique things to do on multiplayer or single player maps. Like, for example, killing zombies.
It's time to split.
There are all sorts of like little weird mini challenges. You'll be about to see the zombie survival. There's also things like racing around a cat with asshole clean in sight. I do not know why.
2, 1.
There's also throwing physical objects into hoops. Whoops. Right. Let's try it again. Okay, we're not allowed to leave the middle. And we have to use our grippy thing for this. This sounds like a terrible idea. Oh yeah, we have to hit them in the head, don't we? There are all sorts of little challenges like this that play around with the gameplay in some really strange ways. Like, as I said, you wouldn't expect there to be like a little bit of a racing game in here with a bloody cat that skids like it's made of refried ass, but there is. They do it. And the idea of all of these challenges is to just, like, do well, more or less. The better you do, the better medals you get. And what do you do with medals? Well, you get things along the lines of extra characters, cheats, and bragging rights. Especially bragging rights, because there's 4 different kinds of trophies you can get. There are the bronze, silver, and gold trophies, which are what you would expect. They tell you what the requirements for these are, and in order to get every... Oh my god, I can pick up their heads and use them as projectiles. Does this actually work? I don't know if they'd let me hold onto it for longer than a second. It works. Not only that, it gives you bonus points. Oh my god, that's so dumb, but it's impossible not to love it. But yeah, the better you do, the better the medal you get. You need to get all golds in order to unlock everything, and there is also a 4th tier of rewards known as platinum, which basically feel like author rewards. Like, you know, it's the best times the author could get, like, in a like could also be realistically reached by regular people. And thankfully you don't have to get them for anything, they're just for bragging rights. So just for the purpose of demonstration, we've got the bronze awards and we're just going to go out and let ourselves die. So we get the bronze, and when it puts us back in the main menu, it gives us a new character, Tin Legs Tommy. But as I said, you do have to get everything on gold to unlock everything, which is to say, all of the different characters you can get. So, the other types are pretty simple. You've got Cutout Shootout, which is just a pretty simple, like, shooting gallery. Cat Driving, which I'm going to have to show you just so you understand how silly it is. Super Smashing Great, which is destroying all the destructible objects in a level. TimeSplitters Story Classic, which just has old story missions that you run through, which is interesting, although I think it might just be on multiplayer maps. Monkeying Around, which is the old spinning plates style of game. And miscellaneous challenges, which are ridiculous. Cortez Can't Jump, which is throwing objects into those hoops. TimeSplitters Underground, which is controlling 2 guns at separate ends of a hallway. And Plainly Off is Rocker, which is shooting down airplanes. They're all neat. They all give you just that little bit of extra variety. And just for the purpose of demonstrating, we're going to do the cat's pajamas. Yes, the cat has wheels. Yes, the cat's butthole is perfectly exposed.
3, 2, 1, go!
Nope, they wanted me to go left. Where do they... Oh, there it is. Yep, you drift. It's Initial D, but with a cat's ass in your face the entire time. This is also one of the multiplayer maps. This is just, like, legitimately one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in a video game, but this is TimeSplitters. They know what they're doing, it works. They even tell you how high your jump is. Like, what do you even say to that? Somehow I landed on my feet without even trying. That's interesting. What made them come up with this is what I want to know. Like, it's real. It's right here in front of your face. This is actually happening. I'm okay. Nope. Nope. There we go. I'm okay. All it needs is some Eurobeat. Although I'm a little bit worried about playing gas while I've got a cat's ass in my face. I'm just... can you tell that I've very clearly not accepted this fact? Like, what convinced them to make the cat like that? Like, I get that the game kind of has a juvenile sense of humor, but this is just on another level. What? What? How the fuck was that a platinum? What did I even do? Okay, whatever. What do I get? Gilbert Gastric. And that's a really nice platinum award. Yeah, those are the challenges. There's not that many of them. You can finish them pretty quickly, but it's still a little bit of fun to go for like high scores if that's your sort of thing. Where the real meat of TimeSplitters is the arcade mode, which is, of course, their multiplayer mode. They promised to have, like, 14 modes in this game, and some of them are just, like, you know, little tweaks on the regular deathmatch mode, like Gladiator, which is just, you know, only the guy who is the Gladiator can score. Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, Elimination, which is just lives. Shrink lets you just get smaller if you're losing. Vampire Killers to extend your lifespan, and Thief, which is basically Kill Confirm before Kill Confirm was a thing. But then you've got things like Virus, Zones, Assault, and Monkey Assistance. The contender in last place has some little helpers. Just little neat things like that. It's got tons of variety, and thankfully I have the ability to show you, because just like the regular old challenges, they also have their own sets of challenges here as well that you can play. So let's go play some of them. Rumble in the Jungle, Elimination. You also get a preset character. Leo Crumps. You've completed 50% of the game.
3, 2,
Proximity mines? Just walk away. Yay, actual grenades. Nice kill on my part. Oh god. Dead. Yay, heat-seeking missiles. These are sweet. Also timed mines. Because sure. Yes, these bastards can roll out of the right way of your attacks too. Also the flare gun, which is like something that shows up in this game a little bit too often. Ouch. I have no idea what I died to there, but that's okay. Good night, Private Hicks. Good night, Schmidt. Do not want to go. Hello. Oh god. Oh god, those are mines. Those are mines. Flare guns! Hurrah! I can see the mines on the ground there. This is what extra... This is what playing the game in 1440p does for your visibility, folks. Give me that heat-seeking missile. Just trying to avoid getting hit with the flare gun. If I get close, they get less likely to they get less likely to shoot with the flare gun, which is a nice little bonus. I'll just take that health pickup immediately. So this is elimination, so we basically just have to wipe out everyone. Which, sure, why not? And of course, they do have, like, performance requirements as well. Like, you always have to win, which can actually be kind of annoying in some of these challenges, but it's not the biggest deal in the world, I suppose. Thank you. But the thing about all these challenges is that you have to win within a specific time frame. So, for example, in this one, we have to win in 3 minutes to get the gold, and even faster to get the platinum, which again, you don't need. You don't need the platinum. You can make do without it. You just need to get the golds to unlock everything, but man, if someone was well and truly going for the all platinum completion, I would feel so bad for them. Because good lord. Thankfully, in order to access all the challenges, you only need to bronze everything, but... Jesus. And of course, you can also play any of the modes that you like just immediately, you know? You can go into the arcade mode, set up the bots as you like, which we will demonstrate this shortly, I promise. But you can go into the arcade mode, set things up how you like, and play how you like at any time. You don't have all the characters, of course. Hey, I got the gold! 3 minutes 30. Oh, I misread it. That's cool. Have you tried to get golds in the arcade? Yes, I have. It's quite difficult. Leo Crumps. Sure. So we've got Team Deathmatch there, but let's do something a little more unique. This is going to be Virus. It's basically Infection. You just have to live for as long as humanly possible.
3.
What do I get? Dual pistols?
1. Go.
Sure. Got some grenades. I also believe you do get a Geiger counter that tells you how close the on-fire enemies are, but I'd be lying if I said I had my sound on, so that's going to be fun to deal with. What's this? Mag charger. Cool. So you get different... Here's all your different guns. Electricity mode. You can also have pistols as dual wields. Strangely enough, the auto-aim locks onto your friends. I mean, you can kill them, but it just respawns them in a different spot. It's not like it matters. So yeah, you just need to live as long as possible, more or less. I'm telling you, man, this game would have been amazing online. Basically, Halo 3 before Halo 3, I should say. And in more than one way, because if you were paying attention, you saw that there was a map maker on the... Oh, God. Run the fuck away. You saw there was a map maker on the home screen. On the main menu. It does exactly what you think it does. I will show off its abilities. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But for now, we're trying to avoid zombies. Hi. No, I really should be using a better weapon for this. Not that. There we go. The Soviet rifle. Very clearly based off a real-world weapon that I can't remember the name of at this point. But that's okay. It's just different enough to avoid a lawsuit. There's only 5 of us left. Maybe I should go find my friends and stick with them. close. Four of us left. Nope, she hit me. Oh well. I still survived long enough to get the silver. Have you played Zones? Yes, I have. No sputum, whatever that means. Bag tag. What's in this one again? Gladiator. Sure, why not? Two, one.
Go!
So how does one become the gladiator? Yes, this is also a blimp. I guess we have to go find the gladiator and kill him. Which makes enough sense to me. His head was rolling down the ramp. What a nice little detail. But yeah, all the maps in this game are surprisingly interesting. They're all pretty sprawling. Tons of room to move around, plenty of places to get weaponry. Yeah, I guess they're paying no attention to me because I'm not the gladiator. Monkey. Oh, that's an explosion. It's because he's got fucking mines. Okay, now I'm the gladiator. I just need to make a... Oh, shite. Oh, shyster. Yep, now they're all after me. Grenades! Glorious grenades! Save my ass while I get some slightly better weapons out. Monkeys. At least gave me a decent weapon. Headshots are important, kids. Don't you fucking run away. Yeah, pretty much all the weapons in this game are satisfying to some degree. Most of them are very good at killing. Some of them aren't, like the Charger, but frankly that's not what it's meant for if you take the story levels into account. Oh Jesus, he had a flamethrower, and I'm dead. Well, I got 13 kills before that happened, so that's a nice start. Is there like a score limit? Well, I got the... Let's grab that. That's a cloak. Not speed, as I was hoping for, because this game does have Quake, Unreal Tournament, etc. style power-ups. I'm sorry, man. I need that gun. I'm going to take that gun from you. 1 minute. Let's just speed up the emulation a little bit so I don't have to spend ages walking across the... Oh, he's right below me. One more annoying thing about this game's radar, doesn't take height into account. Where is he? He's right down there. Why am I being given the mag charger? And who the hell just killed him? Oh, him. Hooray, it's my turn. Oh, only 10 seconds left. Not great. Not great. Oh well, I still got 15. Yeah, so you've seen enough of the arcade leagues. They're basically just preset multiplayer matches. You can play them or you can choose not to if you don't want the characters or the cheats, and that's okay. New character, Booty Guard. Sweet. Oh, Assault. Well, we'll be doing Assault in a second anyway, so it's not like it matters. So, before we go and do some pre-made ones, we can also go and have a look at the Map Maker. Now, the Map Maker is interesting. Crystal Challenge. What type? Gotta collect them all. So if we go to edit the map after we've loaded it in, they give you a few sample maps. You can also save maps to the memory card. This was much better on the Xbox, mainly because on the Xbox, you were able to actually share maps online with people, which is interesting. But yeah, we have a fair few options here. We can change our map settings, like map picked ones. We can change what modes are available. Collect the coins in under 1 minute 35 seconds. Okay. If we hit preview map, we can actually preview it, but before we do that, I'll just show you what this map maker can do. So if you hit the Z button on the GameCube version at least, it shows you what the map looks like in 3 dimensions, which is cool. You can also do things like change items, put them down. So we can, alright, we'll do a tile first. So you can see all the different tiles that you can put down. You can go to your items and you can place down items. Everything from guns to ammo to objects to even things for things like story mode. Because you can actually make story maps in this. This is actually a story mode map. You can also change the lighting, the story AI. I wonder where they determine where the story AI, where's the programming is basically what I'm trying to say, but I'd be lying if I said I could see it. And you can also, nope, hang on, I want the settings cog, please, thank you. Logic, this is what I'm looking for, so if I... Where's the logic? Maybe you stored it like off on the corners of the map somewhere. But yeah, not only can you make your own like multiplayer maps, you can make your own story maps as well, so let's preview it. Speed up the load time, because the custom maps are always a bit slow. It's just cute. It's really neat that they give you all these tools to make custom maps. You can do this back in TimeSplitters 2 as well, but Future Perfect improved it in a lot of ways from my personal awareness. I know that it is better, just on top of things. So if we load up Capture the Bag, just as an example, let it load everything. See, it's a completely different map. They'll look relatively similar, obviously, just because that's just how these sorts of things work. But still, it's a PlayStation 2 game with the ability to make your own maps, and the maps themselves are actually pretty complicated. And you even have the ability to, like, just throw bots in there and they work. Because the bots actually work. It's not like you have to put down bot waypoints or anything like on an Unreal or a Quake map, for example. No, you just throw them in and they work. They are simple, but on a console, this is basically all that you would need. And yeah, it's actually really awesome. Ow, I just killed my own teammate and that got me killed, but that's okay. Nope, not the controls. Quit the map maker. Then we'll go back to the arcade, just play the regular arcade mode. Yeah, bag tag, capture the bag, elimination, string, vampire, thief, virus, we've seen virus, so next will probably be assault. And you have a few preset maps for this one. We'll do Mars Prison. And here's the things you can change. You've got one-shot kill, time limit, friendly fire damage, always start with gun, display radar, handicaps, character abilities, power-ups, announcer, weapon set. I believe we can also make a custom bot set. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll remove one from the red team just to make things slightly fairer. Because we'll be on the red team, so it'll be 5 on 5. There are so many different kinds of characters. Andy Man! Alright, we gotta play as him. That just amuses me to no end. Have you tried Chinese? Strange option. I think that must be a map of some kind. Breach the prison wall. Easier said than done, but we'll give it a shot. And yep, it's an objective-based game mode, i.e. Unreal Tournament 03-04. Another game that I also need to check out. They do make you do these in the arcade leagues as well. Oh, I just got wiped out by a rocket. How the hell do we get in there? Oh. Thankfully, we can just follow the compass on the bottom of the screen, and that'll tell us everything we need to know. That's one. Thankfully, well, I say thankfully, but not really thankfully. They can spawn faster than us, and they've probably got better weapons, too. So what do I do while I'm over here? I just, shoot the damn thing? Mines. Do I have mines? I do not have mines. Those are mines. You can even change it to work like that as well, and like the AI logic. So you can make your own assault maps. There's nothing stopping you from making your own assault maps. The attackers have breached the prison wall. I suggest getting away from that wall before it explodes. Yes, I just killed my own teammate. Wonderful. Oh, we have to go in through here, don't we? Yeah, we just have to go in through the wall that we opened. I'm gonna let you kill my friends from behind. Override the security system. Easier said than done, I suppose. I stand corrected. Although we do have another terminal we need to go in up and fix up. The AI can usually go for this stuff, but sometimes it just refuses to, like it expects you to do it, but if you're playing this with proper humans online, it wouldn't be as big of a deal. You bastards can cover me while I override this.
The attackers have compromised the security system. Secure
the barracks. Just a giant slap fight is what it is. Oh yeah, rocket launch has a secondary fire mode. It does this. I completely missed every single shot there. That was embarrassing. The attackers have occupied the barracks. Deactivate the prison lockdown. Just give me... Oh yeah, I forgot about this gun. It has a shield on the front of it.
Deactivate prison lockdown.
I assume the prison lockdown is through this door. Yeah, he actually managed to pull it off. Assassinate the prisoner. It's nowhere near as good as like the assault mode that you got on, say, Unreal Tournament 2004, which is another game I'm going to have to talk about now. But it's still a good load of bite-sized fun. Who is our prisoner? I'm about to die. Yeah, we just, like, completely wiped out those bots. Seriously, where's the prisoner? I can't see them. Below us? Above us? I'm guessing above us. Yeah, that was just a cluster. Let's try that again. Oh. Someone managed to kill him. Cool. Well, no, I didn't mean to hit rematch. So yeah, that was an awfully long look at TimeSplitters, Future Perfect. It's great. Tons of variety in weapons, levels, just general things that you can do. The bots work well enough to play against, excuse me. The ability to make your own maps is pretty damn awesome, although I'm a little bit disappointed that the GameCube version never got, like, the online that it deserved, but oh well. I mean, my first console of that generation was a GameCube, so I guess you can feel why. The level of variety in just everything is great. The shooting is great, there's tons of different guns and things to do, and yeah, it's really good. Definitely feels like a homage to the games that came before it, like Perfect Dark. Now I have to go play Unreal Tournament and do a video on that, because goddamn it. This has been Blue Maxima, and I will see you all next time.